Good afternoon to late evening, or to evening, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Seattle Mariners up against the Cleveland Guardians, and what a game it is going to be because it is the season finale between these two clubs. And so far, the Guardians do lead the series 2-1. Ryan Roland Smith is on the booth. They're bringing in, I think that's what they do. They're bringing like a color commentator of the Mariners and the color commentator possibly for the Guardians. And here, I'm just going to go straight to what we have on the starting rotation. We got Slade, Steve Coney, and we got Emerson Hancock. And here are the starting lineups and Emerson Hancock, who was the fifth starter for the Mariners from time to time. He is now the long-term fifth starter for the time being because Bryce Miller is out with an injury, and Mariners will definitely need him back. Now we're going to go to the lineups for the Cleveland Guardians. We got Stephen Kwan, Chase De La Tour, Chase DeLauder, Jose Ramirez, Manzardo, Bo Naylor, Daniel Schneemann, Arias, Kefis, and Rocchio. And now for the Seattle Mariners, this is what we've got. We got Brendan Donovan, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Luke Raley, Dom Canzone, Cole Young, and Leo Rivas. This is definitely more of the more favorable matchup starting lineups for the Mariners, but things have to change for the Seattle Mariners. Things have to change. Between Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, and Josh Naylor, they're batting a combined 2 for 33. That really needs to change. Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, and Josh Naylor are batting a combined 2 for 33. Logan Gilbert and Brian Wu this offseason, but talks didn't really get far. Thanks, John Stanton. Looks like we got some people. Yeah, hopefully 3-1. No, don't say JK. Just, you're a Guardians fan. You got to speak for your Guardians. Don't be simping for me. Be your true, authentic self. Be your true, authentic self. Yep. And I got some, it's funny, I got some Guardians fans before I can have Mariners fans. Mariners are also donating their steel jerseys. It's to celebrate for the African American community. That's where some of the donation is going towards. I mean, personally, though, I mean, happy for them that they made a different jersey, but I really do miss the ice cream ones. I really do. Gave it that 80s nostalgia kind of feeling, but they made those choices otherwise, but I do miss them. But it is their choice to make. Screw it. But what about the Browns? You got to cheer for your Browns too, right, Brian? And now we've got Stephen Kwan coming up to the plate. And that first pitch is going to be brought to you by SeatGeek. We're getting ready for that first pitch. First pitch is coming in moments. Stephen Kwan is ready. First pitch is awaiting. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike, and we are underway here at T-Mobile Park. This is now my fourth consecutive game of the season. Magic number is now going to be 96 after today. And now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. Magic number is 96. And now the pitch. It's going to be way outside for a ball. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball, 2-2. Thank you, Johnson. Now, why am I? Yep, and Brian Ferguson says so. Let's listen to him. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be fouled again. And Stephen Kwan, he's a really tough guy to strike out. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Josh Naylor. He's going to underhand it to Hancock. And that is going to be 1 out. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson. I really do appreciate it. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. DeLauder is up to the plate. He hit that 2-run home run to pretty much ice the game last night against the Seattle Mariners in extra innings. Game Day Sports Clips, how are you doing? Now the pitch. Hitting the dirt, and that's going to be ball 1. Where can you watch the M's? So you got to watch it on the Peacock app. You can watch on the Peacock app, or you can just watch it here if you're okay with no game feed. Now we're at 1-1. Way outside or way inside, and that gets away, and that is going to be ball 2. 2-1 thus far. Now we're at 2-1. And now the pitch to DeLauder. And that's going to be popped up. And I wonder if this is playable. Donovan's going to try to. He's out of room. And now that's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wow. I do have people that are willing to be here. I'm watching for free, so my feed is a little behind. Now we're at 2-2. And also, to better support this channel, donate to this channel, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 96-mile-an-hour fastball by Emerson Hancock. Yeah, so in order to better support this channel, to better support it, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification. Join my Patreon page, which is in the description of this video. And also donate to the channel with the YouTube Super Chats. Only by 1 pitch. Okay, that's good. And now the pitch to Ramirez. And that is going to be a ball. Yeah, I'm the most live possible it can get. As we're at 1-0 for Ramirez. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. As we are at 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Ramirez is working on a 2-1. It's a pretty good start for Hancock so far in this inning, at least. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now it is 2-2. And now the pitch, way outside for a ball. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball, and that is foul. Almost went into the luxury boxes. Now the pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. Now we got a man on first base. That was by Jose Ramirez. Kyle Manzardo is now up to the plate. And now the pitch. And swing and a miss, and that is strike 1. Now Kyle Manzardo was one of the better players last season. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And check swing. Does he go? He did not go. One and two, and swing and a miss, strike 3 on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and that is going to retire the side. We are going to go into the bottom of the first. Up batting will be Brendan Donovan, Cal Raleigh, and Julio Rodriguez. Now we'll be back after this timeout.
Spare change, ma'am.
SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. My YouTube one, I mean, my tablet is more ahead of the Xbox. I'm going to go with that one. No, I'm not mad. It's what it is. Slade Saccone is the pitcher. He was 7-7 with a 4.30 ERA. He's going to go up against again. He's going to go up against Brendan Donovan. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. I used to love Call of Duty, but now I don't anymore. Donovan's off to a good start this season. He's got to keep it going. Not exactly a good defensive player, though, for third base. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1 to Brendan Donovan. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 1-2, the pitch. Oh, and that hits Donovan, and he's going to get to first base. And now the batter is going to be the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And again, they really should be switching them. Cal Raleigh should not be a number 2 hitter. I would put him as a 3. But they just want to give him the most possible at-bats. Now the pitch. It's going to be way up high. That is going to be ball. Now the pitch. And that may have been his pitch, and that's going to be a strike. As a number 2 hitter, he bats .237. Fourth, he bats .205. He's best as a 5th hitter, but he's hit most home runs as a 3rd hitter. Now the pitch. So they should probably consider changing that up. And now we've got the pitch, and that's going to be inside for a ball. Usually when Julio is number 2, it's a .255. Batting 30 is a .295. So he is more effective as a 3 hitter. That's why they're doing it. Now it's 3-1, and now the pitch. Way inside, ball 4, and Cal Raleigh gets on base with a walk. 2 men on, nobody out with Julio. What can possibly go wrong? Now we've got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Julio, lazy swing. Always does the lazy swings. Now it's 0-1. Now the pitch. That was right in there for a strike. Julio logic. Swing at bad pitches and then swing and then watch sit on good pitches. Now we're at 0-2 for Julio Rodriguez. It's almost like you blinked an eye. Already you're blinking an eye. And now we've got 0-2. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Now we're at 1-2 for Julio Rodriguez. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. That is going to be a play to third. And Donovan is out. It was basically a really bad bunt. And now next up is going to be Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor with a chance to do some damage. Now we got Josh Naylor. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. On deck is going to be Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. And a big swing and a miss. And that's going to be strike 2. Now we're at 0-2. Career versus Guardians. He bats .264 with 75 home runs. but he's already down 2-0 or 0-2. He recently signed the extension, but he's not living up to it right now. And now the 0-2. Now here's going to be a liner, and that's foul, and that could have easily gotten at least one run on that. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball and fouled. It's a nice swing, but it was way foul. We're at 0-2. Oh and 2. Now the pitch. And check swing. Did he go? He did go, and that's going to be strike 3. And he's just swinging at horrible pitches. And he went around, no doubt about it. Now it's going to be Randy Arozarena. As soon as you blink an eye, we have 2 outs. And that's going to be low for a ball 1 for Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 1. Now the pitch. He takes high. That's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the 2-1. And check swing fouled. Now we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep left center field. Is that still going to be going? And he makes the catch. It went to the warning track. And now that's where we're going to have the Marine Lair. Let's bring in all the fences people popping up on Twitter. And that is going to retire the side. It was a nice hit by Randy, but it was not enough. And we are going to go into commercial break. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
How embarrassing. The Mariners had 2 men on with nobody out. And then Julio with a lazy swing and a ground ball. Josh Naylor with a lazy check swing. And Randy Arozarena, a nice hit, but it wasn't enough. So it was basically a 1-2-3 inning after that. And we are back from the break. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. Another strikeout for Emerson Hancock. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Daniel Schneemann is up to the plate. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, strike 1. Now the 2-1. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be strike 2. Now the 2-2. And now here's going to be a fly ball and fouled. Cleveland Guardians have been hitting quite a bit on those. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball foul, and Schneemann is really fighting it off. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. It's a liner and fouled again. Daniel Schneemann is really fighting it. And that's going to be strike 3. Another strikeout for Hancock. And I think that's strikeout number 3 for Emerson. And that is strikeout number 3. Nice swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Emerson Hancock. Now we're at 1-0. Now it's 1-0. The pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to Donovan. It's fair. Now the throw to first, and it's in time. Nice play by Brendan Donovan, and that is going to retire the side. And that was another easy 1-2-3 inning. Nice play by Donovan, and that is going to go to the next inning. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Emerson Hancock again, including a nice play by Brendan Donovan at third base. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. And we are back from the break. And that's going to be to Luke Raley. That's going to be a strike. And now Luke Raley is waiting. And the 0-1 pitch, way up high for a ball. That's going to be ball one. Luke Raley's off to a good start. He has 3 home runs already. And the 1-1. Nice curveball, and that's going to be 1-2 to Luke Raley. Now we're at 1-2. The pitch to Luke Raley. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 1 out. Next up, I believe, is going to be Dom Canzone. Yep, Dom Canzone is up. He's batting .286. Has 2 home runs. Now the pitch to Canzone, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch, and that's going to be popped up. Not a very good swing by Canzone, and he makes the catch. It's going to be 2 outs. And now it is Cole Young up to the plate. Cole Young had a double yesterday and scored in the run. It was by Julio Rodriguez with the RBI. He's 2 for 11, so he's batting below 200. Now the pitch. And that is going to be up high for a ball. It'll be 1-1 for Luke Raley. For Cole Young. Now the pitch. It'll be 2-1. Now the 2-1. Now here's going to be a fly ball line drive, and that's going to be a base hit for Cole Young, and he gets on base with a single. And that is going to be one man at first base with 2 outs, though. And it's going to be up to Leo Rivas. Salud y saludos. Are Mayor M's fans still in trouble for finding a place to watch their team? Well, here is the place. Oh, boo-hoo. I got something for you after this. He checks the runner at first. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now the pitch to Rivas, and that's going to be up high for a ball. Brendan Donovan will be on deck. It was really close. Now we got 2-1. Found you, Rooftop Joe. Fellow play-by-play alternative baseball broadcast dude here. Yep. Now we got 2-1. And the throwback to first. And that is going to be not in time. Now we got 2-1, and Leo Rivas reaches it with a foul ball. Man, they're doing ads right in front of the game. Come on. This is lame. Now it's 3-2 for Leo Rivas. And now the 3-2 pitch. And strike three called ABS. Call the ABS. It's challengeable. That was way up. No. ABS? How did you not call an ABS on that? Well, Cole Young got a hit, but then Leo Rivas strikes out, but Cal Raleigh should have called for the ABS. It was clearly outside the strike zone. Just embarrassing. Analytics told him it's too early. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Mario movie's coming soon. I'm going to be watching it myself. And we are back from the break. DJ Kafis is now up to the plate. And that is going to be strike two so far. That's going to be a foul ball. Still strike 2. And that is going to be a strike 3 in Hancock with 5 strikeouts so far. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. This is to Rocchio. Now we're at 0-1. And that gets away. That's going to be ball 1. And that is going to be a strike. And that's 2-2. That's going to be outside for a ball. 3-2. Now he's struggling with the count a little bit. I watched a good video. Another pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. I watched a good video for YouTube video, how analytics explain the most advantageous times to do it. Better is on a 3-2. Yeah, I guess. Now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now it's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to be the nailer go to the bag. And now that's going to be 2 away. Great game for Emerson Hancock so far. Yeah, Paul De Podesta runs your Browns. Peter Brand, Jonah Hill runs your team. Now we've got Steven Kwan up to the plate. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. And that's going to be outside for a ball. It's going to be 2-1. That's going to be popped up, and that should do it for this inning. And Donovan's there. He makes the catch. I'll be like that guy last night. I'll subscribe. Yep, just like that guy, the LA boy. He was sure angry. That's a 1-2-3 inning. A nice, easy 1-2-3 inning. And little do people know or notice, may not notice, Emerson Hancock has 5 strikeouts. Whew. Can we get some offense out of the Mariners? That would just be fantastic. Because Brendan Donovan's going to be up. So there is an opportunity. And we are back from the break. Now here's Donovan up to the plate. And now here's going to be fly ball. And that is it going to be playable? Nope, it's going to be well. Oh, the guy caught it with one hand. Nice catch by the fan. How did he do that with just one hand? Nice one-handed catch by the fan. No glove. It didn't even sting him. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. That's going to be strike 2, though. And then Donovan, he's going to go up on base again. He just got hit. Oh, boy. And that's Cal Raleigh up to the plate, and that's going to be a foul ball. And Cal Raleigh, he takes it for a ball. And that's going to be a strike. It's going to be 1-2 for Cal Raleigh. One and two. Now the pitch. And he fouls it, but that was a really bad pitch to swing at. It's like, what are you thinking, Cal? Did you really think that swing was necessary? Now the 1-2, way up high for a ball. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball. That will get the runner to second base. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. And now it's going to be up to Julio. And the thing is, Julio doesn't necessarily have to hit a home run. All he's got to do is just poke it anywhere. And that should get Brendan Donovan home. At least Cal Raleigh's not striking out in this game, so I'll give him that. But still got to do a little bit more. Now here's Julio. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field. And that's going to be caught. And Brendan Donovan has to stay. He doesn't have enough to get to third base. And now it's going to be up to Josh Naylor. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. Is that going to... Nope. Stephen Kwan makes the catch. And that's going to retire the side. Here come all the marine layer problem people. Mariners leave another man on base, and as usual, someone hits it to the warning track marine layer, so now I'm waiting for people to be calling for T-Mobile Park to bring in the fences. Yeah, that gets annoying. Since 2022, I have been building the Rooftop Sports YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you for your support and engagement. Without all of you, there is no Rooftop Sports. Now, if you would like to take your support to the next level, join my exclusive YouTube membership program for just $5 a month. Get first access to new videos, ad-free content, and exclusive insights from my fantasy sports, as I do play many fantasy sports leagues. Plus, follow along with my softball seasons like never before. You also get access to my own emojis to use to comment on my videos and my live streaming shows. For just $5 per month, become a bigger part of my community and get ready for unparalleled sports experience. Let's do this. So yeah, if you want a chance to get more out of my content, especially my Patreon, I do have one Patreon member. His name is Tony. Or my membership, $5 a month. You'll probably get more out of the Patreon page, though. You definitely get more value out of that. Now they're talking to Dan Wilson. Now it's 2-1. Now the pitch. That's going to be popped up to De La Tour. And that he might be running out of room. Nope, Donovan makes the catch, and that's going to be one out. And now here's Ramirez, and that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball foul. Did look good, though, from that angle at least. Now we're at 1-2. And not the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball foul again. Now we're at 1-2 for Emerson. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now it's at 2-2. And that's swing and a miss. Strike three. Down goes Ramirez. And I think he now has 6 strikeouts. Hancock is having an unbelievable game. But he is at 62 pitches, so it is getting up there. Quite a bit. Makes you a little bit nervous. Makes me nervous for sure. Now the pitch. That's low for a ball. Now it's 1-1 for Manzardo. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And Donovan, nope, that's going to be way out of play. Now we're at 1-2. Way outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Did he go? Nope. Nope, not even close. Now the 3-2. The pitch. Foul ball again. That's going to be foul ball again. Still 3-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be. And here it is. And strike 3 called. And 7 strikeouts for Emerson Hancock. And now we're going to go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Seattle Mariners. Emerson Hancock now at 7 strikeouts. 7 strikeouts. Still on commercial break at the moment. We got Skiles. Skiles had fun. Like Scott Skiles, haters gonna hate. Oh, you think so, huh, Brian? Uh-huh. Oh, now here's the ground ball, and that is out. And now we've got Luke Raley up to the plate. Now here's the pitch to Luke Raley, and that's going to be a strike. He did strike out in his last at-bat. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike again. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. We're at 1-2. The 1-2. Way up high for a ball. Two and two on Luke Raley. He's homered in 3 games in a row. Maybe make it 4. The pitch. And a foul ball. It looked like he was ready to do it. Now we're at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another strikeout against Luke Raley. And that's going to be 2 down. Hey, sorry if you get asked a lot, but have you seen Mr. Secret Base's 6-part? Yes, I did. I did watch it. That was one of the things to watch during quarantine. Now here's Dom Canzone. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's completely reaching on that one. Dom Canzone was a fan of the Cleveland Indians growing up. Now the pitch. Way low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. It is a pitching duel. Now the 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up again. But this time you're running, and he's going to make the catch. And he drops it. He dropped the ball. And now Canzone's going to get to second base. And I wonder if that's a double or if that's going to be considered an error. I wonder what they're going to deem it as. Not clear what they're going to call it. It's going to be double. They're considering a double, not an error. Now we're at 1-1 for Cole Young. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Oh, and that gets away, and that should be going down Canzone to third base. And now you got a runner, a first run away from 90 feet. Now we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2. Up high for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. Oh, and that almost gets away. That's going to be 3-1. So it's actually 3-1 rather than 2-2. Now we're at 3-1. He has a huge lead. Dom Canzone has. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. And now it's going to be up to Leo Rivas. I can see that why they did it on purpose, because they don't think Rivas is going to amount to anything. It's going to be now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. We're at 1-0, the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Got 2 runners on right now. Now here's going to be a liner, and that is going to be a base hit. And here comes the runner. That is Dom Canzone. And the Mariners now take the lead And now we got runners on first and third. And the Mariners finally get on the board on an RBI single by Leo Rivas. Mariners finally score. It was a nice hit by Leo Rivas. Mariners get on the board. Got 2 outs. Now here's Brendan Donovan. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. The pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right field, and that's going to be gone. That is a home run for Brendan Donovan, and the Mariners are now breaking this open to make it 4-0. That is the second home run for Brendan Donovan. It's the Mariners 4 and the Guardians 0. And what an offensive inning for the Seattle Mariners, and what a pickup for the Mariners Brendan Donovan has been. What a pickup for the Mariners for Brendan Donovan. He is holding that trident, and that just left out like a bullet. I think I was going to be off the wall, and now Mariners have a 4-0 lead. Unbelievable. And now the pitch. Oh, and Cal Raleigh was really trying for it. Yeah, that just left in a bullet. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's going to try again. Or he's trying to hit a home run. That was clutch hitting by Rivas. That deserves a lot of credit. Mariners were third in the season in the league in home runs with 238. Now it's 0-2 the pitch. Oh, Cal Raleigh tried it. He really wanted that home run, but that's going to be strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. But the Mariners, they come up with 4 runs on Cleveland. Brendan Donovan with a bullet home run. Leo Rivas with a clutch hit. Leo Rivas in the clutch with 2 outs gets an RBI single, and then Brendan Donovan finishes it off with a 3-run home run. The Mariners now lead it 4-0. Well, yeah, well, you know. The Mario movie is still awaiting. Yep, Skiles wants to take the credit. I can't blame you. And we are back from the break. Oh, they're doing that the chicken tenders, whatever the big bowl is. Bit meh. Wonder how much those things are. How much is the Fairy Bowl at Mariners? And it's going to be top of the 5th. Hancock, he is now at 7 strikeouts at 71 pitches, though. So he is a bit up there, the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball, 3-0. And that is a strike. Now it's 3-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And it's going to be 3-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Down goes Bo Naylor. 8 strikeouts for Hancock. I know, it really does, doesn't it? Feels like a very sluggish game. The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball to Schneemann. Now it's 1-1. And the pitch, it's going to be a ground ball. And it gets off of the bag and caught by Naylor. And that's going to be 2 outs. Nice play by Josh Naylor. Still 4-0 Mariners. And that's going to be a foul ball. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball to Arias. Now it's 0-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Emerson Hancock. That should be strikeout number 9 for Emerson Hancock. An unbelievable outing by Hancock. He has just been outstanding. He has already gotten to his career high. 9 strikeouts for Hancock. 9. Is he played by Will Smith? Who are you talking about? I would hope so. I hope Emerson Hancock has enough. But he's at 83 so far. 83 pitches. I don't see a reason to pull him. Like, if he's on fire, he's on fire. I would keep him in. I would keep in Emerson Hancock for obvious reasons, but I can't tell you why. And now we're back from the break, and now it's Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. Now it's going to be 2-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And he should have swung at that one. I would have. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. Ball 3. And now we're at the 3-2 full count. And now the pitch. Way up high for ball 4. Take your base. Nice at-bat by Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, it was in Game 7 when Julio and Cal Raleigh hit the home runs. And why are we bringing up Game 7 again? Yeah, Julio, you idiot. Why did you do that? He was trying too hard to be a hero. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be, caught. It's a nice little liner, but it was caught by the shortstop. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And that's going to be a ball for Randy Arozarena. Now it's going to be 1 and 2 for Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. And low for a ball. Now we're at 2 and 2. Inside, that nearly hit him. Now we're at 3 and 2. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to left center field. And that's going to be a diving catch, and he can't get to it. And I think Julio's going to try to score. They're going to wave him in. And then there is going to be no throw on the plate. And the Mariners now take a 5-0 lead on an RBI double by Randy Arozarena. Nice hit by Randy. Got a little bit of a luck from the guy not catching it. And Julio Rodriguez raced all the way from first base to get himself home. Yep, Rosie did it all right. And now we got Luke Raley up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Would like to see Luke Raley do some damage. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0 and 2. Now the pitch to Raley. Low for a ball. Now it's going to be 1 and 2. And the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Now 2-2. Low for a ball. Ball 3. Luke Raley's fighting the count this time. And now the 3-2. Now here's going to be a liner, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And Randy Arozarena should be coming home. They are waving him in, and there is no throw to the plate. And the Mariners now take a 6-0 lead on a 1-out RBI single by Luke Raley. And the Mariners continue to break this open. Mariners are having an offensive juggernaut so far. Absolute rampage went right through Rocchio. And now they're going to be chanting, Luke. Luke Raley has been impressive. Mariners are playing a little bit of small ball this time. And now that is it. The manager's Stephen Vogt is coming out, and he has seen enough. Now I'm going to go into commercial break. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
And we are back from the break. Now here is Dom Canzone. Now here's the pitch. Low for a ball. Emerson Hancock going into the top of the sixth. He's at 83 pitches. Makes me a little bit nervous because I wonder if they would take him out, which I hope they don't. I think they really should keep it going, as we're at 1-1 on Canzone. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Oh, hit the catcher's mask. I hope he's okay. Hope Naylor's all right. Now the pitch. And he gets hit. And that means that's going to be runners on first and second. And next up is going to be Cole Young. Yep, Guardians have they've really not been playing well, but I'm happy because it helps the Mariners. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and I don't think that's going to go anywhere. The shortstop is calling for it, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away. And now here's Leo Rivas, and now the pitch. Low for a ball, and no one's going to be moving on that. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That was on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Now the pitch. Check swing, and he go. Yes, he did. Now the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball foul. And strike 3 called, and that's going to retire the side. But a huge inning for the Mariners again. They have gotten 2 more runs, and they'll be going into the top of the 6th with a 6-0 lead. Nobody expected this. And hopefully Emerson Hancock can stay in. But how many innings does he really have? Because right now, he's at 9 strikeouts with 83 pitches. I don't think he's going to get enough. I think the 6th inning is going to be the last one, but I really want him to stay because he's been absolutely amazing. Commercial break is still ongoing. Still 2 more runs thanks to RBIs by Randy Arozarena and Luke Raley. Now it's going to the top of the 6th inning. Emerson Hancock has 81 pitches, 9 strikeouts. I hope he stays, but I ain't going to tell you why. And we are back from the break. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. And the 1-2. And a foul ball. Now the 1-2. And that's going to be outside for a ball. It's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. It's going to be a ground ball foul. Still stuck at 2-2. And now it's going to be a fly ball into the third deck, into the very top deck. And now the 2-2. And that's going to be outside for another ball, 3-2. And now Hancock is starting to struggle. Makes you a little bit nervous, doesn't it? Just by a little bit. And that clips the elbow, and now we got a man on first base. I think they might just pull him. I don't know. And that is going to be a strike. And that's going to be low for a ball. Not struggling enough for me, IMO. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball. Throw to second and throw to first. And in time for the double play. And that's going to be 2 quick outs right there. Emerson Hancock is wheeling and dealing. He has 95 pitches. Ugh. And now it's, I wonder if they're going to go for the next batter. Nope, Dan Wilson's still staying. No, I want him to finish this game. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Cole Young. Throw to first. In time, another beautiful inning for Emerson Hancock. And now we're going to go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Another outstanding inning for Emerson Hancock. He's now going to the 7th inning. But he has close to 100 pitches. I want Dan Wilson to keep him for obvious reasons I can't say. Figure it out yourself. No way he finishes the game through. It'd take like 100. I know, but I really want him to. I want him to get something that most pitchers struggle to get. I hope you all understand why. We'll see. I'm sure they'll start warming up the pen now. Yeah, I know. They probably will. And now we are back from the break. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-1 for Brendan Donovan. Now the pitch. And it's going to be foul ball again. And now we got 1-2. And that is low for a ball. Key Arena. I think he meant Climate Pledge Arena. Oops. Now the pitch. And low for a ball. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right field and fouled. So close. Now here's a liner to right field over the head, and that's going to be a base hit. And now we've got man on first base for Brendan Donovan. Now the pitch to Cal Raleigh, and that gets away, and Brendan Donovan is going to second base. An easy bag for Brendan Donovan. Woo! Now we've got man on second base. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now the 2-1. And popped up to left field. Wonder if this is playable. They're still running it out. And that drops in. That's going to drop in. And Brendan Donovan should be scoring. And I wonder if that's going to be ruled a ground rule double, though. That would be Cal Raleigh's first RBI, though. Now I think they're trying to review whether Donovan is going to stay at third, or is that they're just going to count it. They're looking at the replay, and it bounces. Yeah, I think that's going to be ground rule double. No, they're still going to count the score. Now here's Julio. And that's going to be a foul ball. Cal Raleigh finally gets his RBI. Finally broke the RBI slump. And a swing and a miss. Now the pitch to Julio. Low for a ball. That's going to be 0-2. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2 for Julio. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner, and that's going to, be caught by the left fielder. Now we got one out. Now the pitch. That's going to be up high for a ball. That is for Josh Naylor. And that's going to be popped up into the second baseman. He makes the catch. Hey, Brian, do you think LeBron James will come back to the Cavaliers one last time? Do you feel it? Do you want it to happen? Or you're like, nah, just move on from all of that? What do you think? Now the pitch. And that is a strike. So you don't want LeBron James back. Why don't you? Now the pitch. Oh, and that gets away, but Cal Raleigh's going to stay. There's to Randy, 1-1. And now the pitch. And that is way up and in for a ball. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. Now the 3-1. Up high for ball 4. And that's going to be runners on first and second for the Nuke. Rayleigh up to the plate. Has a chance to do more damage. Let's hope he can do so. Now here's Rayleigh. He has an RBI, the pitch, and that's going to be way inside for a ball. And now the 1-0. And that's going to be up high for a ball, 2-0. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that, or strike 1. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field. Still, he's running, but he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2. That's going to be 3 away, and that's going to retire the side. But the big dumper gets an RBI finally. Another RBI, this time by the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, off a pop-up bouncer that went into the stands, and that scored Julio Rodriguez. No, that was Brendan Donovan. Oops, my bad. Cut LeBron some slack. He's 72 years old. That's funny. Now the pitch. Wait, what? No! Why? Why did you pull him? Let Emerson Hancock a chance for a no-hitter. And that's going to be a foul ball. I know this is unreasonable, but Hancock should have been allowed to pitch. And now here's going to be a liner, and that's going to be a base hit. That's why this was a bad idea, and there goes the no-hitter already. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Yeah, I did not. Dan Wilson is doing the same thing that Scott Service is doing. It's just as bad. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 3. So Dan Wilson just pulled Emerson Hancock after throwing a no-hitter. I think he should have been allowed to pitch throughout the entire time. Oh, and there's going to be a double play, and that's going to retire the side. And now we're going to go and sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame." It would be a shame because the Mariners have 7-0 lead. 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hello, hello. Oh no, Sam, we gotta go. Yeah. Hello, hello, way. Oh, baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. No, she's not. Yeah, ship across the sea. Oh, ship all alone. Never think I'll make it home. Hello, hello, way. Yeah, no. We gotta go. And we are back from the break. And we are back from the break. And Dom Canzone's up to the plate. I had a moment with Jay Trident podcast. I was texting my friend saying that Dan Wilson's a wussy. Not in the best of language so far. Yeah, it wasn't good, but trying is fine with it. Now here's Canzone. I was texting my friend as if I was texting it to my best friend. And when you text with your best friend, it's not exactly the most filtered. Now the pitch. Now it's 1-1. And now the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. And low for a ball. It's going to be 3-1. Now we're at 3-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 3-2. And now here's going to be fly ball to center field. And he makes the catch. There's reasons why I miss 90s baseball. Now the pitch. Oh, no. Check swing. Did he go? Yep, he did. That's Cole Young. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be strike 2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Nice stop. And they'll go to first. That's me in time to get Cole Young. Oh, the hyphen. I love the hyphen commercial. The hyphen. That never gets old. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. Way outside for the ball. It is truth that Mariners do come up with really good commercials. There is truth to that. Now the pitch. Oh, bad swing. Swing and a miss. And now that's going to be strike 2 for Leo Rivas. Now we're at 1-2. The pitch. And now it's going to be a ground ball right to third. The throw to first. It's going to be in time, and that is going to retire the side. We are now going into the top of the 8th inning. Oh boy, looks like one of my competitors in my fantasy sports league, fantasy basketball league, he is going to come away with a 5th straight championship. And for my fantasy basketball, I have to get to 3rd place. I still have 2 more players. So maybe there will be an impact. I don't know. I have my doubts. I'm down on 3-pointers by a lot. I think he's going to get it. And that's going to be, we're back from the break, and Criswell is up to the mound. He only had 8 pitches, so nice that he gets another inning. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. Now the 1-2. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Now pitch. And that's going to be 2-2, foul ball. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's going to still be 3-2. And did he go? Yes, he did. And that's going to be strike 3. Nice cutter by Criswell. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. A 1. And that's going to be a foul ball. And now he leans in, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Now we got a man on first base with 1 out. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the pitch again. And that's going to be a ball. And foul ball for Arias. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. Two. And that's going to be a foul ball. Way inside for a ball. Three, 2. And fouled again. Three and 2, and strike 3 called, and Criswell has 2 strikeouts in this inning. He's actually doing pretty well. Oh, they're challenging it. Oh, got it. Criswell's looking pretty good. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And swing and a miss. And that is going to be strike 1. And a pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. 1-2. And a pitch. And that's going to be inside. Cal Raleigh's challenging the call. Oh, he got it. And that's going to be a strikeout. Criswell with another strikeout. Oh, nice call by Cal Raleigh. Three strikeouts for Criswell, Chris Criswell, and nice challenge by Cal Raleigh. Hey, Daniel Barry, how's it going? And now here's going to be pop up and fouled. Hey, Skiles, how's it still going? Now the pitch, and now swing and a miss. Down goes Donovan. And now next up to the plate is going to be, I think, Cal Raleigh. The man with the challenges did very well with it. And now the pitch to Cal. Would be nice if he just finishes it off with a home run. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. Low for a ball. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. And fouled again. Now it's still 2-2 for Cal Raleigh from Holderman. Now the 2-2. And check swings, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a grounder right to second base, tossed over the first in time. And now it's going to be up to Julio Rodriguez to see if he can do anything different. Julio Rodriguez, he is 0 for 3. He had a walk. He scored in a run. But he hasn't really amounted to any much of the offense. Now the pitch. Now it's 1-0. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be grounder right to second base. He bobbles it. And now that's going to be Julio getting the first base safely. And I wonder if that's going to count as a single. We're going to see what it is. It was reached on an error, so they're not going to count it. Now we're at 1-0 to Naylor. And that is going to be low for a ball. And if I were Julio, I would try to steal second base, to be honest. Just see what happens. Especially since the Mariners have a pretty sizable lead. Oh. Now the 3-0. Ball 4, take your base. Now you got runners on first and second, but there is still 2 outs, though. Now the pitch to Randy. That's going to be a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. And now here comes Julio Rodriguez. And the throw to the plate, not in time, not even to the plate. And that's going to be some insurance runs, more RBIs by Randy Arozarena. And the Mariners make it an 8-0 lead. And you might as well call it more than just the dagger. What a nice hit by Randy Arozarena. He had a nice offensive explosion. Now the pitch to Rayleigh. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's a strike. Don't you? Yeah, it looks like we are. No mercy is all I can say. Like Cobra Kai says, no mercy. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that's going to retire the side. And now we are going into the top of the 9th inning. And it is last try for the Mariners. One more shot for the Guardians. Although the odds are stacked against them, but you just never know. May the odds forever be in our favor. Stop sweeping the leg. Damn you, Johnny. Oh, man, I'm getting really tired. Oh. Oh. Do you know M's record last year after 4 games? It was 2-2. Emerson Hancock with 6 innings pitched and 9 strikeouts. Now the pitch, and that's going to be popped up to left field, and Rosarena makes the catch. And I wonder who's pitching. Criswell is still going to be pitching, and I think if Criswell does complete this inning, he'll actually end up with a save. And then we're looking at potentially a combined 2-hitter, a 2-hit shutout. 2-hit shutout. Yeah, but you'd be surprised, right? And that's going to be a liner and fouled. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. Come on, guard. At least get rid of the goose egg. Nope. No mercy. Now we're at 0-2. And that's going to be fouled again. And the 0-2. And that's going to be 1-2. Donovan really has been impressive. There's no doubt about that. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And now it's going to be 2 outs. Criswell actually could get a save. He has 5 strikeouts. So if you added Criswell onto your team, congratulations. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2, and it's game time. Well, Mariners are on the brink of splitting the series to go into the Yankees series. And very impressive outing by Emerson Hancock, and it now comes down to this, the 0-2 pitch, and up inside for a ball. Right now, it's a 99.9% chance that the Mariners win this game. Now the pitch, way outside for a ball. Yeah, the Yankees series is going to be a tough one, I'll say. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to no, and Rosarino makes the catch. And the ball game is over. The Mariners are going to split the series. And I do believe that Criswell actually gets a save out of it. Obviously, Emerson Hancock with the win. And the save should go to, it really should go to Criswell. Because I think if you get 3 innings in, that would definitely give you, it would absolutely give you the save. Yep, Criswell got the save. And now the Mariners can celebrate after an 8-0 massacre on the Cleveland Guardians. But now I am going to be taking off. I got to cut some videos, maybe take a nap, but I am just that tired. But what a nice series, or at least a splitting series. All shout out to Emerson Hancock. All right, I'm going to take off. All right, and I'm out of here. What a win for the Mariners. If you intend to go to the next Mariners game or any event, use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off the purchase. And go Mariners!